On the bridge of the Zeta-class heavy shuttle, there is an Imperial officer who looks well outside of his comfort zone, screaming at his crew. Shut that bloody thing off! Oh, I can't think. What happened? There's an ensign that turns around from his console and says, we seem to have momentarily lost power. There is an electromagnetic device that was detonated at the rear of the shuttle. Power is back to 80%, though we seem to have lost pressure in the rear sight bays. And the enemy? Sir, they're on board. On schedule, with Hog's plan. Your ships have made it inside the rear landing bay. Opened by a detonated seismic charge launched from Hop's starfighter. The EMP blast knocked Hop out of the sky. And you hear, as you guys bring your starfighters in to land, as you kind of breach and clear this rear landing bay.
Attention all personnel. Attention all personnel. We have been boarded by an enemy unit, number unknown. All available combat-ready units to rear bay. All available combat-ready units to rear bay. Fire at will. Repeat, you are weapons green. Fire at will.
As each of you jump out of the cockpits of your force and flip out of your the cockpits of your starfighters, you can see that there are already clones on the scene. 3 of them immediately start firing on your ships. You hear one of the clones,
"Stop right there, criminal scum!"
And I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative straight away.
These are the South African clones. Hey, I have a question.
New Zealand's really hard to do, and you can run the next season of this.
I'm sorry. How are we all just
so
chill after that? Are you kidding me?
So,
that was so fucking
good.
awesome.
It was so good. I was just giving you shit. We didn't roll force die, by the way.
Oh yes, let's do that live on stream. We've never done this before.
That's a fun one for everyone.
Everyone roll your. Let me double check.
It's the thing we do usually in the green room, but we forgot today.
Yeah, let me clear the pool first. You get 1 light side point because Rhugo is a paragon of the light. And what you do is the players roll a destiny point force die, and they generate those destiny points that you've heard us handing back and forth.
Oh wow!
Okay.
All right, it's a good start.
Incredible. So
For those listening, we literally all
Incredible.
rolled dark side,
Yes.
and Rhugo rolled 2 dark side.
Rhugo rolled 2 dark
2
side,
plus 1.
1 dark side from Dax, 1 dark side from Nu-Ada, but you do get 1 automatic light side additional destiny point from Rhugo's morality conflict stuff that we've been sort of casually mentioning as well. Let's so now you can roll your dice, and it is vigilance for everyone. Rolling vigilance, not cool. You guys are somewhat prepared, but I don't think immediately coming under
Not
fire.
that prepared.
Oh!
This is in our combat. Oh my god, there's so
At
many
the top of the, it
tabs.
should be at the top of the combat. There's an actual initiative thing.
I have to click my token? Not in this game, right?
No, you don't have to. Which is the best thing about this entire system. Okay.
Alright, so it's not connected to the tokens. Connected to just whatever.
Yeah. So you're in a big shuttle bay. This thing is a heavy shuttle. It's one of those shuttles that has the big kind of wings. It looks like a plesiosaurus without the neck. I know. Okay. What a reference. But that's what it looks like.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
And it is moving through the air. The back is open in this thing. There is wind like coming in, but I didn't want it to have too much noise. So there is like a lot of wind, but you guys are not in space. You're not in orbit. You're planet side. You're probably about 3,000 feet up. It's like being at the back of a plane. There is a lot of chaos. The back of this thing is flaming. There is just an enormous wrenched opening.
Papers flying everywhere for no reason.
Yeah, there's just a huge hole in the back of this thing, and in here is mostly cargo. You can just see these huge Imperial pieces of cargo that are lining the walls here. There were 3 clones in here who just looked absolutely bewildered. There is probably a few that were killed in the blast, but 3 are the ones that initially rush towards you, and I think one of them is the first one to take a shot. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna roll a d3 to see who he's firing at. Rhugo. There is a shot that comes in on you. I'm gonna use a dark side point because I've got so many of them.
Started it early.
Yes. And he is
My
at
armor on this
medium
thing?
distance. I've got to remember all the rules.
Yeah, me too.
Because
May I interrupt you?
yeah.
Yes,
I'm going to use sense advantage, which is once per, and I know it's crazy to use it right off the bat, but I don't want Rhugo to get hit. Once per session, you may add 2 difficulty die to 1 NPC skill check.
Okay.
That'd be
That's
this one.
really good, because then
Yeah.
that means after this session, after this action, I can be in a battle stance or a defensive stance. That's really a
Yeah.
good place to put it.
Okay, so that goes from a 2 difficulty because they're medium range to a 4 difficulty. One of them is upgraded from the point, dark side point, and here comes the shot on Rhugo. 2 failures and 1 threat from that one. What happens, Rhugo?
What happens, Nu-Ada?
Mm-hmm. No, you say what happens.
Oh,
Dax.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say it. What happens, Greg?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think I don't say anything. Can I just tell you with the Force to like move, but not tell you? It's just
Yeah,
the
right.
feeling that you
The
get.
sense.
Yeah, because the whole thing with her is that she's seeing it as a possibility that might happen. So I think it's just
Sure.
that worry. You know, she's like maybe about to say, look out, but you already know that that's what she's going to say. And so you just move out of the way.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
we get out, whoosh, whatever the force jump or whatever, how we're dismounting from the ship is, and then I look over at you like you said something. And
Yeah,
then I
but I hadn't
dodge.
said it yet. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I dodge, and then I'm like, oh wait, and then I realized that I just dodged. So,
Yeah.
But it was because I had to look at you, and then there was
Super
like
cool.
still this instinctual dodge, but like, oh, were you gonna say something? Oh wait a minute, what? It was one of those things where it was just this
Cool.
unspoken, weird moment.
Yeah.
But I think I just sort of dodged it as it sailed right where my head was.
There
love
is an addition to this in that he got 2 fails and a threat, which is pretty significant. There is an explosion, or like a section of strapped down cargo suddenly comes loose. And this clone who's firing at you is, he looks to his left and just gets hit by a bunch of this stuff. It doesn't like completely wipe him out or anything, but he does fall prone, rolling over, and he's gonna suffer 1 strain as well. And I'll give these guys little dots so you can differentiate who's who here. It was the blue clone. All right. It is a player character turn. One of you.
Me?
Ooh. Wait a second.
Nope.
Yes. All right, now I was looking at the turn order. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do battle meditation immediately, which is a force move that hopefully gives us all an automatic success in the next round. So
Right. Yes.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, shit, dude. Okay, so I can still do this. However, let me just read this. If the user spends a dark side to generate it, reduce each target's willpower by 1 to a minimum of 1 until the end of the encounter.
This
Oof.
forcibly reduces their willpower.
Yeah. If I
Wow.
choose to use the dark side to give the automatic success, it does, yeah. Which I think is fucking awesome. But
Yeah,
I won't
oh,
do it
that's
here
sweet.
now because I don't feel like we're in mega danger. So that's it. That's my turn. Other than moving, I think, right? Yes.
It's probably my favorite klaxon of all time.
I know. It's
The
so
Star
good.
Wars one.
No, I actually think I'm good here. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
not gonna move.
Everyone's in the same zone I'm in, so that's fucking cool.
Yeah. And you guys can be describing that you're, you can be significantly further apart. This isn't D&D where you actually, that's not like a 5 foot
Right, that's
radius.
true, we're
thing.
not.
You can,
Yeah.
you can be kind of
Just the
spread out
difference.
among a close area. Really the engagement is you and the enemies. So even though the three of you are in the close circle there, you could be really far apart. It's just that's just a range between you and certain enemies. There is a bunch of things you can hide behind in here as well. You just tell me what it is. There's a bunch of
Right.
cargo stacks and stuff. Those things that are like belted down. You would see on the back of a big cargo shuttle or something like that. Except this is an enormous cargo bay. You do also have the 3 ships you came in on with the R4 units, which are still in there because I figure it
Yeah.
makes sense that you want them to stay there and not slow you down for this part.
Okay, so next is another PC.
Yep, one of you guys.
I would like to go. Dax, do you have anything you'd like to do
Go.
now?
Oh, go, Hound. Go. You're all.
Can I gauge where these clones are pointing their guns at right now? Is it all of us, or is it just me? Or hold on, actually, maybe I can...
It would be just in your 3's general direction, I think. So, yeah,
Hold on.
there's no real target necessarily, even though you were clearly the target of the first shot.
I will go into... you're in battle meditation right now. What does that look like, Nu-Ada?
I think my eyes start moving rapidly over the scene because I'm trying to use my force ability to kind of like strategize and sense kind of
Yeah.
what is going to happen next. But there's just too many variables, I think. And the hesitation to use the dark side probably causes me, like, I blink out of it a bit. And then I look
Sure.
at you maybe and shake my head like I don't know exactly what to do here.
I probably read that after probably looking at you from that dodge. And as you go into your meditation, I'm going to ignite my lightsaber. And I will then go into Soresu technique and Soresu stance and guard. Use bodyguard on Nu-Ada. Which is a maneuver. And everything that... Do I want to do that? Yeah, I will bodyguard Nu-Ada as she is in her battle meditation.
Okay.
That's my turn. And what that means is I will suffer a number of strain by the ranks I have, which is 1, And I will upgrade the difficulty of all combat checks targeting Nu-Ada by 1.
Okay.
Thought I had a better one, but I guess I don't. That's it. Yeah. So I will head into. I am in defensive stance. The light pike is over my shoulder. I'm holding it with my left hand, and I'm down really low as I'm sort of guiding it, and ready to swing the back end of the blade as if it was, or the back end of the pike as if it was a large greatsword. But I'm stepping back with my large movements, sweeping it around, trying to bat away any sort of blaster fire. But in this moment, I'm sort of spinning it in a Anakin flourish behind my back as I'm trying to get close to Nu-Ada and sort of cover her.
And it's ignited?
And it's ignited.
Okay.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.
I did already, but my screen
okay.
broke.
It goes zoom like a lightsaber.
I will get it. I will get it.
Like that.
That's technically mine, but
it's
it doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think one of the clones, suddenly you see him kind of like taken aback, and he turns to one of the other one that's standing, and the other one looks back at him and says,
A Jedi.
Jedi.
First clone says,
Well, I mean, there's nothing they can do against this, right?
reaches down and pulls out a thermal detonator, throws it over his head, and it's coming in at you, Rhugo. So I still have to make an attack roll. Actually, he needs to move up one more. So he moves.
Is a thermal detonator count as a ranged attack?
Yes, it is a ranged light attack.
How cute. All right. I have. All right. I got distracted with my stream deck as per usual. I have reflect. Where is my character sheet? Hold on. Lost my character sheet. There it is. Okay, so I have improved reflect. What is reflect?
I don't know if you want to be reflecting a bomb with a lightsaber, do you? Does that
I
work?
can bounce it. I can bounce it back if it's a ranged
It's an
attack.
orcish question.
I
He watches
suffer
Clone Wars
3
every
strain.
night.
I've never seen that before. No.
All right.
All right. Well,
I think I know what would happen.
I think it would explode in your face.
I think it would definitely explode, but please try and reflect it.
okay.
You might try.
You will try.
Actually, you make your rolls like normal, and if it hits me, that's when reflection happens.
Right. Let's make a roll then. Difficulty up against you?
No,
Only against Nu-Ada?
only against Nu-Ada.
Okay. So this is close short range, so it's a 1 difficulty. I'll upgrade it.
If you get a failure or 3 threat, 1 failure or 3 threat, I can. The target in medium range can take the same damage.
Right.
As if you roll 3 threats or a failure.
Yeah. Let's see here. 1 success, 2 advantages. Now, I guess before I say anything, are you doing your reflect bullshit on this?
So my improved reflect would be to throw it like back at them, which I can't do because you didn't roll a failure or a threat or 3 threat or whatever that was.
Right.
But I can suffer strain to reduce the damage.
Cool. In that case, this thing explodes. It has a blast radius. Now, blast confuses me a lot, but I'm going to read it out loud.
But I'm going to
and
do
I'm
it
going
anyway.
with what I think it is.
Makes
it's a
sense.
Weird thing. The weapon has a large spread and explosive blast. If the attack is successful and blast activates, which it does, each character engaged with the original target suffers damage equal to the weapon's blast radius, plus an additional wound per success as usual. So you're all engaged with this character is the way that I read that. And where's Debiru when I need him? Is that correct? Because Debiru has been helping me secretly behind the scenes explain some of these tags, but yeah, blast is this is that the initial person takes the initial damage, which for you, Rhugo, is going to be 8 + 1 minus your soak, and then the other two will take 6 damage minus the soak, is how I've understood it.
I take 0 damage.
But yeah, whatever it is, yeah.
Can I see that text at some point, or?
Yeah. You did technically encounter blast when you were fighting in the dream world, but I wasn't bothered because I knew it was a dream.
If that's correct, I have 4 soak, and my reflect is I have 3 ranks. I have 3 ranks in reflect, so 3 strain to reduce the damage by 2 plus ranks in reflect. That's a total of 5. And I have a soak of 4, and what you just told me is 9 damage, so I take none of it.
It was 8, sorry. I thought I had a +1, so it's actually just 8.
I
but
take
either way,
none of it. As I try to deflect blast damage, or the armor does. I'm wearing this. I am wearing the clone armor, just not now because I need to fix it. But I am wearing that armor.
Yeah.
As I sort of hold my hand up, or maybe as it. But I don't know about anybody else. I don't know if I can. I don't know if Nu-Ada takes the damage or whoever else is close to me.
Well, according to Debiru, who is the secret true DM of this game, when it comes to anything more complex than the most simple rules, that was correct. And so I thought that was how I read it. Blast is just that there's an additional damage quality that goes off. So this explodes, and Nu-Ada and Dax, you'll take 6 damage, but you do minus your soak off of it and any bullshit that you might be able to do. Because he got 2 advantages, he's actually going to get back. He's going to maneuver back to his starting position as he kind of just runs forward.
6, you said?
Yep, 6. Throws this thermal detonator and then turns around and dives back out of the way as it explodes. Bits of cargo and shrapnel. This is literally just a frag grenade, so the explosion, the heat washes over you. Rhugo does everything that he just described, and the other 2, you'll get hit by some of this here as well. The last clone trooper, the smoke is kind of clearing for a moment, Rhugo, after you finished with this, and you see this final clone trooper running towards you. He pulls out a stun baton, one of those Z6 stun batons that they have, the guy that shouts traitor at Finn.
Yeah.
And pulls that out, and he rushes at you with it. And he is going to be in your face. So he's running forward, rushing forward, and I think that is all he can do on his turn. Yes. So it would be down to now Dax.
Right. Okay. I think I want to run to my ship and get in it.
Okay.
So I believe that would be my movement or maneuver. And then will it take an action for me to power up the weapons, or how do you want me to do that? This doesn't specify in the
I think
Starship actions and maneuvers.
This is definitely going to take you an action to begin to set this thing up. I mean, you have R4 in there, who has just finished powering everything down.
Right. So I'll on my comms.
R4, start a backup.
And I run to the ship and hop in, and I'm flipping a bunch of switches, and that's my turn.
Okay, that was that one, and we're back around to the top here. I think the guy with the baton is going to go first as he just swings this thing at Rhugo, and I'm testing something real quick here. Whether +2 works. No. But it does work, kind of. So, alright. Rhugo. Are you here? Everyone's left. Everyone's
here.
left. We made it half an hour in.
We all got distracted.
We lost absolutely every player. Come here.
I'm right here.
Oh my god, who are you?
Sorry, who are you?
Rhugo, yes. This is a failure anyway, so it doesn't matter too much.
All right.
This guy swings that baton at you. I think probably the two of you just collide as you bring the force pike down, or the saber pike down, and
you'll never know.
This thing hits against that. I have another 3 things here. Yeah, I think that all this does, I'm just going to give him +1 melee defense until the end of his next turn. This guy has +1 defense. The two of you just see this lightsaber collide with this stun baton. And that's that. It is any player character's turn. New round.
I could start us off and continue defending.
Oh, I can go.
Go for it then.
If that's all right. I will
If you're
fire.
going to use a success, use it because we get a free success because of.
No, we don't, because I didn't
We don't.
win.
She didn't use it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't
I thought
get
you did
it.
use it.
No. No, I would have had to kill your willpower to do it, and I don't think that's a good idea right now.
My willpower? What?
Everybody would have taken their willpower down by 1 for the duration of the encounter. If I used dark side points to do it. Because I didn't generate light side.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Right. So, in the ship, and I.
R4, weapons free. And I will both take aim and fire.
On red.
Okay.
So, taking aim gives me the blue. Well, let me open the. Sorry, I should have been prepared for this. Let me open the right sheet for the ship. The difficulty is 3 because it's he's a silhouette 1 and the ship is a silhouette 3. All right, here we go.
Yeah, this is chaos. As suddenly this thing just starts firing, and it's just wrecking the back of this area. These clones are like,
What the?
and then one of them is just, you see him hit by the blasters on this thing, and he is launched to the back of the room. His body kind of turning over in the air as he collides with the back as he's hit by these blasters. I mean, that wipes him out immediately just based on the amount of damage it does. Yeah, you see the clone that was kind of laying down that got covered in all of the cargo watches this happen and turns back to the second dude, the second clone, and says,
We need to get out of here.
the other clone says,
Over my dead body.
and you see him kind of bring that baton up and once again go to swing it at Rhugo, but not actually. Yeah, you obliterate this guy with the and you're Anakin in the Phantom Menace when he is in there. Yep. That's what you are.
I'm trying, R2. I'm trying.
Oh, this is pod racing.
Next player character. Anyone of you? One of the other two.
If Rhugo's not gonna go, I'll go.
He's not even here.
Do it.
Okay.
My stuff.
Okay. I am going to engage with the clone trooper right in front of Rhugo. Is there any penalty for doing that because he's already engaged with somebody else, or?
I don't understand the question. Say it again.
I don't think so.
Is there any penalty for engaging with the guy who's engaged with Rhugo because they're already engaged?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
And yeah, I will go ahead and I will. I'll use my lightsaber, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
You do have one black die to hit this guy.
Okay. And what is the difficulty?
The difficulty at melee range is 2. Difficulty.
Okay. Let me just read some bullshit. Okay, so I get this as well. Okay. Now, it should use presence instead of brawn, so let's just make sure that it actually does that when I do this. And I just hit the classic lightsaber button, right? Oh my fucking god.
You should just hit the dice roller on the lightsaber in weapons.
And it should do it. Oh, that it tells me right there to use what skill, so hold on. It says it's using brawl, but it shouldn't be, so how do I change it? Because the skill is not listed for me.
Wait, what are you
unless
supposed
it's
to be using?
discipline. Presence instead of brawn.
Yeah, so I think that's the skill it's using, and I think it's supposed to be melee. And then on your skills page down here,
A drop down, I think.
lightsaber is using presence, so it's already doing that, which will give you 2 proficiency and 2 ability. So it should be using that when you click it.
Okay.
That's your ability score, and that's the skill. But the skill, oh, there you go. The lightsaber is the skill. That's what it is. The skill is lightsaber, which pulls from the other page, which is...
Ah, okay.
Correct.
Awesome.
You
I see.
understand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see it now. Yep. Okay.
1 success as you hit this guy with... so this is 6 damage. You can activate a crit
Yes.
with 2 threats if you want.
2 threats or the advantages?
You cost 2, the 2 advantages, sorry.
Yep. I will do
It
that
does
for sure.
PS2, let me see here. What happens if I... you know what, I'm going to do this manually. In fact, you can do it. Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Or, is that how this works for these little minions?
29.
One crit. 29. Generate a crit. Okay. Then I guess it's just this crit table. Which I wish I'd saved. Unless I did save it. Was I smart way back in the day when I was making this up? I'm pretty, by the way, I'm pretty sure you killed him, but I'm just checking this rule. What happens when you crit a bitch boy, a minion? Because I think it might be different.
I'm dying!
I'm sorry.
No, I'm excited. I'm happy.
Okay.
The song, the music, the opening, Brad,
Yeah,
it was
this is
so
awesome.
good. I'm on another planet right now.
29.
I'm on Ryloth.
flip a light side destiny point to dark side or dark side to light side. So you actually get a fucking flip for that.
Fuck yeah, I will do it.
Yeah. And then you deal. So you deal 1. Wow, why doesn't that work? So 6 damage minus his soak, and you have pierce, right, on these things? Breach 1 and sunder.
Breach, yeah, breach and sunder.
So breach, I think, actually.
Breach and sunder is my favorite board game.
Yeah. How do you kill him?
Holy shit. Okay, so the last thing that he just did, what did he just do to Rhugo? He threw the thing, right?
The two of them engaged and had a moment where the two of them hit lightsaber to...
I take his fucking arm off!
And then off with his arm.
Yep.
Classic Star Wars.
Yeah.
Classic Star Wars.
Yeah, he just hits the ground. Okay, one of them is left. I think he stands up here, and he is going to fire on you with his blaster. I think as simple as that, and it makes sense that he would fire at Nu-Ada here. She just wiped out one of his boys.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
That means your difficulty is at a 2, I think. Let me double check again.
It's already a 2.
Yeah, well, I'm upping it by 2.
You up it by 2 difficulty?
If you're going after Nu-Ada, yes. But if you're going,
it's not an upgrade. It's not add setback die.
No, it is. I am bodyguarding. Once per round, perform the bodyguard maneuver.
Donald Trump, by the way, sounded exactly like Donald Trump.
Just now?
Yeah,
Once per round, to perform the bodyguard maneuver. Guard.
Quite frankly, use the engaged character. Suffer. Never restrain. In the ranks of it. Yeah, so I am taking 1 strain. That doesn't make sense. Suffer never restrain. Greater than the ranks of bodyguard. Okay, yeah. 1. And I am upping difficulty by 1. Yeah, so yeah, he has a difficulty of 1. Let me double check my character build because I think that this could be wrong. I don't know where it is. It was bodyguard I'm looking at.
What is she laughing at? That's funny.
She just has a lightsaber.
Right, she's just laughing because she has a lightsaber in her hands. Okay.
Yeah, I only have 1. So yeah, it's just a difficulty of 1 right now.
Okay.
Until I improve it.
Then incoming blaster shot. That's not a blaster sound. That's not a blaster sound. That is 2 failures for him on this here as he kind of like staggers to his feet and just takes a wild shot at you.
I would like to reflect it.
Yeah? Oh yeah, on the 2 failures? Yeah, go on then.
So
can you reflect when it's not at you?
Reflecting a hit generated. When reflecting a hit that's generated. Let me see. Where's my reflect? It says when hit, but it's not. That's my improved reflect. When reflecting a hit that's generated 1 failure or 3, may hit 1 target in medium range with the same. They are in medium. I don't know. This ruling here is it would usually be me, but I spend my last turn still bodyguarding Nu-Ada. So I feel like it would make sense that I would be able to reflect it. But
I'll allow it.
Okay, cool. With my bodyguard stance, I will do the damage to them.
Is that what it is? He takes the damage?
I will reread it. Can I post this?
I think I have a reflect.
When reflecting a hit, this is improved reflect. When reflecting a hit that's generated 1 failure or 3 threat, may hit 1 target in medium range with the same damage as the initial hit, after the original attack resolves.
There you go.
So at medium.
blaster bolt is fired back at the clone. It falls. 3 of them
Okay.
have successfully been taken out.
Okay, as I finish the flourish, and I'm sort of in this stance, we have to move. Let's go. And I begin to just press forward, and I radio back to Dax.
Blue, you ready? Are we all clear down there? Looks like it. Right, okay. R4, go ahead and shut her down again.
And I open the hatch and hop out. And I say, all right, well, I guess we split up from here.
Where is...
I'm blanking on the color of Hop.
At this
Did I
point,
make it? What color was
your comms light up.
Listen up, kids. Alright, hey, gather around. I don't know if you're gonna get this recording before or after the mission is complete, but my ship is out. What? Well, fix it, R4. What are you even here for if you can't fix the damn ship? Alright? Now, I know Whisper has already said something along the lines of we should go on without him. We don't need him. We were doing things without him anyways. And as much as it kills me to say this, in this particular scenario, he's right. Go on without me. R4 is working. What are you doing laying around? You're supposed to be working on this thing. Come on. Get your head out of here. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Go on without me. All right? Yeah, cut the recording now.
All right. You can do this, Blue?
I really quickly before we go on, I save that recording, but just the part that says that, where he says that I'm right.
You go to all the effort of opening up a little on-wrist version of Adobe Premiere and
dragging the trackpad.
Space Audacity.
Yeah.
And I just cut that, edited out, and that one part, and
For
then
the
I've got
record,
it.
this whole like alarm is still going and stuff. I just didn't want to play it for 3 hours. So everything is still going off around you. And every now and then there are these like PA messages that are coming across the.
Is there? Sorry, I interrupted you.
It's okay. It just reduces your HP by 400 every time you do it.
Excellent. Okay. Is there anything that indicates that the whole ship knows that there's Jedi on board now, or there's no way for me to know that?
You didn't see the 3 clones that engaged with you send any messages ship-wide or to anyone else. So at the moment, your best guess is no, unless they have some sort of other way of seeing what's going on in here. But it doesn't seem like it right now.
Okay, so I say, I sort of look at the lightsabers out and I say, you know we're being hunted by the Empire, right? Like, if you use the lightsabers, it's just gonna make it a bit harder for us to get away.
I'm not trained like you are. I'm trained with this. Sorry.
Okay. Well, and I leave, heading the direction for where my objective is.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You can make me a quick check. Rhugo and Nu-Ada, there is a clearly marked, or like a few moments later, you look at some stuff on the walls or writing, which would be in like Galactic Basic or Abesh, that just states where the armory is from this point. It's a shuttle, so they clearly marked certain things for maneuvering cargo from one of these bays to somewhere like the Armory. However, Dax, there is nothing that suggests which way the officers' quarters or offices are on this shuttle, so you're going to have to make a check to figure it out. We see the three of them nod at each other. Rhugo and Nu-Ada head one direction, Dax heads another, and I think we follow Dax first. What is Dax's plan here?
I'll go to the nearest computer and try to slice them.
Heading from the nearest terminal, just slicing
Yeah.
into that C. Okay, yeah. And you're just trying to find the like a layout.
Yeah, just to try and find where I'm going.
Okay. This will be a computers 2 difficulty check.
And a quick question for you. I have an ability called Code Breaker.
Right.
And it gives me a boost. Well, not a boost. With the homebrew rules that you set, it will give me a boost.
Yep.
And it also decreases the difficulty by 1 if I'm trying to break a code or decrypt a communication.
You're not doing code breaking or decrypting communications here. You're just trying to access a pretty simple, basic terminal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just navigating Windows 95
Yeah.
to the correct folder. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that's what difficulty did you say it was?
2.
2 difficulty. I'll use a light side to upgrade.
You still have the other thing for slicing?
And I do, yeah. Is that
Gives you a boost.
it's a boost, right? Yeah.
Yeah, massive success, and done in an extremely quick time here. For the most part today, we're going to be treating multiple successes and advantages and failures and threats as penalties to time, or successes towards time and speed, because you're doing this as quickly as you can. You have the plan that was given to you, the time scale that was set was that you are on this ship by 21:35 and you're off it by 21:45. This entire thing needs to take place over 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to get in and get out.
Holy shit.
So with this, you jump onto this terminal and it's barely anything. You pretty much just have to boot it up and log in and find very quickly what you're looking for, and you see a map displayed of just what is on this thing. It is it's given to you as information of where cargo should go, where things should be placed. You see some stuff come up about certain shifts and where certain squadrons should be placed, certain officers, lieutenants, ensigns, things like that. And by using that, you can quickly determine where you need to be. For you need to be almost towards the front of the ship, right up by where the bridge would be. Just behind the bridge, there is an area that is reserved for officers' quarters, and that is where you would need to get to. You need to go up a level and at the far end of the shuttle. This isn't, by the way, a Star Destroyer or anything. This is it's a pretty big ship, but it's like not crazy that you'd be able to get up there quickly, depending on how you want to get there and what the plan of attack is. But for all intents and purposes, you have the knowledge of how to get to this thing pretty quickly.
Right. I have a quick question for you. The Empire, I know it's compartmentalized and stuff. Would a ship like this have information on, let's say, Order 66, how it was executed, things like that? Is that something that I would know,
I don't know if you would really know how the Empire is structured at all.
Right.
At this point, you'd have some idea based on previous understanding of just war knowledge and warfare, and you'd have some understanding just based on the 6-7 months that it's been. Really, for the most part, they seem to be just an enormous navy. But when it comes to the information on Order 66 and things like that, if you're going to find it anywhere, it would probably be on the terminals that you need to hack anyway.
I need to go to anyways. That's what I assume.
And just as a reminder for everybody, Dax's portion of this mission is to locate the officers' quarters, slice and acquire the information on what the people of Ryloth that have hired you guys to do this think to be some sort of upcoming attack or upcoming land grab as the Imperials are descending on Ryloth, and the people of Creedon, the city that you've been in, really don't want them to encroach on their land. They're very rebellious already, even though there's no rebellion in place. So they want you to get that information off the terminal. If there is any information on what you're searching for, it's going to be on one of those terminals or the bridge itself. Alternatively, you could just take the captain of the ship, whoever is in charge of this thing, and then question them. But I mean, you got 10 minutes, so.
Right. Yeah, I will sprint at full speed, and I will take the quickest path up to the. It's a bit risky, and I would say that's not a normal thing for Dax to do, and he's, he's probably sweating right now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take the straightest, quickest path to get to the officers' quarters.
If you round a corner and there's some clones coming towards you, what's your action?
I have my rifle ready.
You would fight, not hide?
It depends, I suppose. If it's multiple, I would hide. If it's just one, I'd probably stun him. And just keep going.
It's multiple. You turn around one of the corners and there is 3 clone troopers that are moving around the corner, and they're moving quickly as well. They're running as if they're just going to take the route you're taking towards them, because they're trying to get to the place where this incursion has happened. You round one of these corners, immediately the one of the clones points and says, "There he is, get him!" They bring up their rifles, and we're going to have another round of combat. It is Dax versus 3 clone troopers. Now I'm going to bring you over to a weird sheet here. It's got 2 combat maps on it, just in case a similar thing happens with Rhugo and Nu-Ada, and there are just literally duplicates here. If you go to the right, I guess I can do this too. You'll see that you are here on your own combat map, and let's see how you fare.
2 action scenes happening at once?
Yeah, well, I thought he was
Star Wars.
I thought he was gonna sneak around.
Oh, fucking Star Wars! Holy shit! I'm gonna die. Am I
So
alive
good.
right now?
Let's see here. So, clone troopers.
We just need a cheap transition and we'll be good.
I do have lots of
The
different...
fucking slide?
I should
Shit! Hold up!
warn you, I have
I've been trying to do that, but it broke
clone
my
troopers
OBS.
coming at you soon. So this is probably the last time you'll see some basic clone troopers without there being some different guys showing up soon enough. All right, it's a vigilance for everyone.
Death troopers, is what you're saying.
Pleasure,
Vigilance for
once
everyone.
again. No, you're not there.
Who's not there?
Just hit everyone. There it is.
Bitch! Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Nice, yeah, you did it. Yeah, every
Yeah,
time I
mine
try and do
does not
that,
work.
it crashes my OBS, so I have to stop doing that. Literally an hour before the first session, I had to redo all of my transitions for the show, which really, really upset me. That's
And
why
we're
it
going to get
doesn't
ours to
happen
work
every
so we
time
can...
transition between the 2 things.
That's what's going to happen on YouTube. Oh man, what a great Star Wars show, except... You know what they didn't have?
You know, within that.
Cheap
those
transitions.
really basic transitions. Okay, do you have any
I
sort of
haven't.
ability to do anything here?
I messed up on my roll, and I'm not sure if you did as well, because you have difficulty on,
I
and
do have
so do I.
difficulties, You're right.
Yeah.
Let's re-roll from the beginning here. I'm just going to delete them all. And we'll do it again.
Jesus. Okay.
Sucks to be you right now. Anything you're able to do here before I start firing on you like crazy with 3...
I have nothing.
Okay. The blaster rifles in the clone's arms come up. The 3 of them, like a unit, start firing. And again, these clones, they are ironically robotic in the way that they move now, as they all fire on you. And I'm just going to roll them all, I guess.
Can
Let's
I
see. Yeah.
use a can I use a light side point to like increase their difficulty?
You can, yes. You can do that.
Okay, I'll do that.
This upgrades the difficulty. And they're at short range with a long range weapon. What is that? Short range is just 1 difficulty, which really sucks for you. 1 difficulty with 1 upgrade on the first one here. 1 failure and 3 advantages. So the failure is a failure. And he will take 1 point of strain. That's the quickest way I can do that. The advantages that he's going to give to his fellows here will be boosts. Alright, he's spending another light side point for the next shot.
Shit, yeah, I'll use 1 more. Yeah.
Okay. 1 success. As this comes in, it hits you. Are you doing any deflect, reflect stuff or anything like that?
I don't have my lightsaber out. Am I allowed to?
I have no idea. Now that I think about
Wait,
it.
I'm sorry. He
I
did
don't
a
know what you guys...
he did a light side to
You
upgrade.
didn't upgrade that.
Oh, it didn't upgrade it? No, you are
And
right.
isn't the difficulty 2?
No.
No,
Let me roll it again.
because of your range.
I'm probably gonna.
Wow, and nothing
Oh,
just
oh.
flies past your head. Alright. Reducing the difficulty. Is it
Alright,
igniting
someone's
a
taking Stormtrooper
lightsaber? What is that?
I'd imagine that
It's
that is a maneuver.
All right, it's
Yes.
draw.
To get
Yeah,
one? Yeah,
ready
unless you
weapons.
have like something
Ignite,
wacky.
yep.
You're right.
I don't have it in my hand.
Correct. All right, and here comes the last one. Final shot. You doing anything before I click it?
No.
Here we go. 1 success. This one is correct. Yeah, this one hits. It deals 10 damage with Pierce 1. As
Which
Dax,
means-
you turn a corner, there is just like they all start firing on you. One of them strikes you.
That means it ignores 1 soak, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Then I, take a hit, I think, to my arm, and I say fuck, and I say oops, and I
Every time we swear in this, it gets translated to like hot spawn and Sith spit and stuff like that.
right. What's the thing that Sebulba always says?
Bantha Poodoo, yeah.
So I take the hit, and I immediately run back around the corner and try to hide from them, like down a spare storeroom behind whatever I can.
The laundry chute.
Yes. Unfortunately for you, that means you need to do this in combat. So you have to do maneuvers that will get you away from them, similar to how chases work.
Really?
Yeah. You've got to.
I cannot get away from them.
No, you
is what
can't.
you're
There
saying.
is no just like I leave. You're gonna have to do this in combat.
You're gonna have to show me.
Yeah. So you
So I can use 2 maneuvers to... This sheet is actually a little confusing.
Right.
It says,
Which one? The combat cheat sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Combat maneuvers.
So you can take cover as a maneuver, which will give you the +1 to your range defense, or you can just run away. And that is, and obviously we're flavoring it like you're running around a corner and running away, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you run far enough that they on their turn don't. As it's all happening at the same time, you run away and they chase, and you run around a corner and they run around a corner. So if you're taking cover, you're diving into a thing.
What does hide do in combat?
Hide?
I can't hide.
I don't know if there is a combat hide.
There isn't.
There?
I don't think there is. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I can either move my maximum, which I think means I can move two bands away, which would make it long. They're long range, but it's not gonna. I don't know.
I'll give you 1 incidental here. And it will be a perception check at difficulty 3.
Okay. So I'm just looking around.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just to see whether you see something. Success and a threat. You see that there is a like a chute that is probably used to quickly move things from upstairs to downstairs. It's very small and very thin. It's the type of thing like a laundry chute almost is what it would look like to us. It's possible that you would be able to get in that and climb up because you're able to get into sneaky little spots, right? That's your thing. So you could essentially climb in the walls. They're in the walls. You can get in the walls here.
They're in the walls.
It would be an action to engage with this thing. So you can spend 1 maneuver and 1 action to try and get into this thing and then start climbing up. If you fail your check here, which is the coordination check, I believe, to be a little slinky, weasel, you're probably going to get stuck, and they're probably going to at least catch up to you.
What's the difficulty on it?
For this, in fact, I think I have a thing that says what the difficulty is. It's not going to be easy, and you're doing it under pressure. I'd say it's a 3.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for that. So I will run for the chute and try to slink my way in.
Okay. Give me that coordination check. Wow, unbelievable amount of successes. And 4
You get
threats.
to use some of those. Don't forget.
I can describe it if it's all right.
Yes.
So I get shot and I'm like, oh, I'm going to die here if I don't get out of this. I notice the chute. I run straight for it. I grab like this little handle right above it. I kick my way through it, and it's just the smoothest action. But as I slide into it, I like hit my elbows and my knees and my face on the chute as I'm going down, and I take 2 points of strain. If that's okay with you.
Yes.
It's real fast, but it's not pretty.
You hear up the chute the echoes of the clones running past.
After him. He went this way. I think. Wait, where is he? He must be down there.
And you hear him clattering off the sounds of that sort of plasteel armor as you start moving through the walls. We're going to switch to the other two. Nu-Ada and Rhugo are heading towards the very clearly marked armory. What is the plan of attack here? Same thing, running, rushing, sneaking. What is it? What are they doing? How are they moving through these?
I don't
sort of
know
narrow
if
halls?
sneaking is an option.
Yeah, I when we talked about it, we know we have a 10-minute time limit, but do we know how long the corridor is? Like, is it enough for us to, move as stealthily as possible? You know how, like, Obi-Wan is, does the, kind of rushing between hallways, but he waits and he listens?
Yeah, every corridor in Star Wars is always the same.
Yeah.
And you can always walk straight out in front of an entire group of clone troopers and then get behind
Stop
a thing
and
for
then
some
get
reason.
behind something. Yeah.
But it's that situation. Yeah, you're kind of you are running, but what it comes down to is, are you favoring speed or stealth? Is
Stealth.
really the question.
Speed.
One stealth, one speed.
Yeah.
Rhugo's running and Nu-Ada's not running at first, and then what happens?
Patience is probably what I will say if he looks like he's going to rush forward. We can't get it done if we get caught.
The more time we waste, the more chances Dax won't make it.
You don't think he can handle himself?
By himself? We are two. He's only one right now. We should probably get this done and then go meet up with him.
Right.
As I continue to sort of jog, my saber is out still. I'm sorry, excuse me. Oh, good. Every time my.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Give
OBS is
me
broken. My stream deck is crashing.
perception checks at difficulty 3 because this is still happening.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
I think I have an ability for this. Hold on one second. You said perception at difficulty 3, you said?
Difficulty 3, yes.
I think I have something that automatically knocks this down. I'm just checking.
Perception difficulty.
Yep, perception. Remove 1 difficulty per rank of Keen Eyed, and I have 2. So that'll be 1 difficulty for me.
Okay.
Sorry, what's the difficulty? I'm an asshole. I wasn't paying attention.
Difficulty is 2.
2, but let me roll first in case I get some bullshit, and then I can give you
Sure.
bonuses or, whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
One success, 1 advantage.
So I will give him a bonus die.
Okay, you have 1 boost.
A boost.
Boost, thank you. That's how I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So very kind. This is perception. Okay.
1 success. I think the 2 of you are about to turn around one corner, and Nu-Ada's kind of ears prick up as she grabs or touches the back of Rhugo, and you hear clones at the far end of the next hallway.
Right, mount up on me. We're going to be moving as one unit, okay? Everyone follow me. Pixie, take the rear.
And then they start moving away from you. As you peer around one corridor, this corridor, you can see that they are moving away from you, and they all turn. 6 of these clones turn away from where you are. the entrance here to the Armory. It's clearly written, clearly marked, large kind of bay doors and a much larger corridor. In front of the doors is a terminal, an access terminal. The doors are those big-looking blast doors that you get in Star Wars that are
hexagonal wide.
Yeah. There doesn't appear to be any clones here. However, it isn't too long before, echoing down the hallway, you suddenly hear a bunch of blaster fire coming from deeper within the shuttle.
We're inside.
You're in front of the Armory doors where you need to get into. And a reminder for everybody, your mission is to place a remote detonated seismic charge in the Armory.
Which Nu-Ada has.
I have it.
Nu-Ada has in a little sack bag over her back.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go help him?
You all right?
Yeah.
With this?
I think so. We have to get into this door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what check is it? Computers?
If you're trying to, if the way that you're planning to get through this door is to use the terminal, you're going to need to slice it, which will be a computer's check, yeah.
Okay, are there any other ways to open the door?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well,
like,
when I
don't know, having
look
a breach
at it,
weapon?
There are always ways for you to do stuff, and you can always float ideas towards me, but...
Okay, can you help me open the door before you go?
Of course.
Yeah.
There is a worried look on his face, but he sort of brushes it off and he sort of looks at the door. Mechanics-wise, it's just a regular old blast door. Does it swipe open? Is it locked? I'm going to go through the beep beeps and try to see if I can open it.
Yeah, it'll open like that, but it is pretty much just a basic blast door here, yeah.
Okay.
It's just behind a security level.
So it is locked?
It's absolutely locked, yeah, behind a single level of security on the terminal.
I'm not very good with computers.
Can we use our force ability together to just try to fucking open the door? Or is that gonna, like, rip it open? Set off an alarm?
I don't think you guys, I think you're aware that your ability with the force is not enough to push open a blast door.
Okay.
All right. If that's the case.
Then we have to try the computer's check.
Or we... we breach it. Stand back.
They're gonna know that...
They're gonna know anyway. We've already...
They're gonna know anyway. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Okay. I'll reignite my lightsaber and I'm gonna help him.
All right. The plan is to breach through this door, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, lightsabers, both of them have the breach ability, right? You guys both have that. That's not just a thing that you get. Okay. Breach weapons mean that they ignore 1 point of armor for every rating of breach, but they also ignore 10 points of soak, apparently. So bear that in mind. And this is Qui-Gon.
Yeah, we're Qui-Gon.
The two of you just begin to...
Gray Jedi into this blast door.
Yeah. Your lightsabers, we see them
My
ignited.
blade's not as long as yours, so I don't know how effective it's going to be. I'm definitely there for support.
Yeah, I mean, it is, it is what it is, as the two of you begin to attempt to breach this thing, and that is a slow way to get through.
Okay.
But it will work as we go back to Dax. Dax.
I'm only going to do it for a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be there the entire
It's fine.
time.
Just go.
And then I'll probably bolt if it does take
Yeah.
longer than I am comfortable with.
Well, if your lightsaber, like,
Right.
I saw that as
I
you
just
being like,
barely-
they're going to find out anyway. And then I went, okay. And then I am going to do it. So just go.
Okay.
Go help
All
him.
right. Cool.
If it's
And
only
then-
one of you doing it, it would take even longer.
Uh-huh.
Yep. It's fine. Go help
Okay.
him. Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's scary because then you're okay.
Yep.
Rhugo runs off down the corridor, and Dax, you crawl out of a vent. And
Sorry, real quick, I would have hit myself with a stim while I was in there.
Yep.
If that's possible.
Absolutely.
And that says 5 points, doesn't it?
Yes.
Can I do it twice? Do I have time for that?
Yeah. 5 and then 4.
Okay.
Yeah. You find yourself on this upper floor. There is no security here at all, and I assume you just kind of head like you were doing straight for the officers'
Well,
quarters.
I think this time I'm a little more cautious as I just got shot with a blaster. So I'm going as quickly as I can while still like peeking ahead and making sure that I'm not getting caught unaware like that again.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Give me a perception check, difficulty 3. On success, 2 threats. You are you're on the level you need to be. You get to the door. There is no one here at all, but you do hear just a load of commotion coming from the far end of this hallway. The bridge is at the far end of this hallway, and as you start to move down, you see one platoon of clones move across, and then you hear the doors open. You get a glance into the bridge. You see all of these ensigns, these lieutenants, and these officers, including that kind of red-faced, classic-looking, flustered-looking Imperial officer barking orders at people. For now, you're alone after that, and you are able to immediately access the quarters that you need to be in, or where you presume the terminals with information that you guys are probably going to need to bring back would be. This door is not locked. You can just walk in, waltz in, but I'm not going to assume that you do that. I want you tell me how you what you're doing.
When I looked on the layout, did I notice like a security room with like cameras or anything like that?
That would all be in the bridge.
That'll be in the bridge. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sort of hide in the corridor in a way that you know how you can use 2 corners of 2 different walls to kind of so you can see through, but it's you probably wouldn't be noticed by someone else. I'm gonna use that vision, and I'm gonna use the force to open the door.
Absolutely.
With my force move.
Yeah, you do so. You see the door open, and you can see just inside. Roll me a D3. Because you won't be able to see everything in the room, but you will be able to see stuff. 1. You can see a desk, the half of another desk, some sort of living arrangement things. It's a very plain looking, stainless steel looking one of those rooms. Appears to be empty.
No one... I don't hear anything like, why did the door just open? Or anything like that?
No.
Okay. After a beat of waiting to see if anyone reacts to the door opening, I will stealthily move into the room.
Give me a perception check, difficulty 4.
Okay.
Cameras, I bet.
1 failure. You quietly move into the room. There is sudden movement from your left. and you see an Imperial officer. He puts his hand on his hip, but he doesn't do anything. He just puts his hand on a blaster on his hip and then freezes and says, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I will... I'm going to... Yeah, I'll just, I'll point my gun at him and I'll say, if you make a noise, I will kill you.
Make me a coercion check at difficulty 3, but I'm going to use a dark side point to upgrade the difficulty.
Okay.
You can do it.
Two failures and an advantage. The advantage is this. This guy is maybe in his 40s. He's got a very thin face. He looks entirely fragile. His expression is that he's utterly frightened, but he seems like the type that is just like blindly loyal to the Empire, just absolutely rigid in his kind of fanaticism, even though he is petrified. You get the sense that this is the last thing in the world he wants to be doing, is encountering whoever these people are that are breaking into the ship. You see his hand shaking and quivering as it slowly moves down towards the blaster.
How far away is he from me?
1 foot.
Is he within? Okay, so right in my face.
Right, all right. There. He was right next to you.
I will. I'll say. No, I'll stun him. I'm gonna stun him.
With the, just stun blaster shot.
I mean, how is that loud? That's loud though, isn't it?
Kinda loud. Not that loud though. Normally I have the stun sound, but I don't have it, so.
Right. Okay, no,
so it's silent.
I'll
Dax's
closer
finger
to
quivers
him.
over the
Yeah, I almost pulled it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get closer to him and I'll say, listen, you don't have to get hurt and no one has to know. But you are going to step inside that room with me. I'm going to take your blaster off your hip. And everything's going to be okay. No one's going to know.
I can't let you do that. You're already taking the blaster out of his holster, by the way. Like slowly taking the thing out, and he says, "Fine, yes, okay. What are you doing here? What do you want?"
I push him into the room and shut the door behind us, and then I say, which one of these terminals, sorry, what's the information we're looking for again?
Yes, the information that you are looking for is, I don't know how it would be worded, so I guess that's up to you anyway. You're looking for information on upcoming Imperial plans.
Land grabs, right?
On Ryloth. Yeah, military
I need
plans.
all of the military plans for the attacks on Ryloth, and I need them right now.
Military plans on...
Which terminal would that be on?
He glances over the 3 terminals that are there. And you know what? Make me a discipline check at difficulty 2. There are 3 terminals in this room, by the way.
Success with 1 disadvantage. Threat.
Success with 1 threat. His eyes glance across all 3 of them, but they settle on the middle one before quickly snapping back to you. He says, okay. I don't know what your military plans. I'm just a naval crew officer. I don't know anything about upcoming plans.
I want you to log on to the middle terminal right now. Like, I totally track that he pauses on that, and I read him like a book. I've dealt with a lot of nervous people throughout my experience, so I point him over to it. Get on the center one and log yourself in.
I can't. I don't have access to that terminal. This is my terminal here.
And he points at a different one?
He points at, yeah, the one that's closest to you on the left, we'll say. There's left, right, and center.
Alright. I'll say, I'm pretty sure you're smart enough to figure your way around it. And I push him towards the middle one.
He sits down and he starts up the terminal and hits a few buttons. I don't have the access codes to this terminal. I'm just in charge of scheduling shifts for the clones on this shuttle.
Right, well, let's see. And I get sort of real close to him and I say, I'd like you to play a little game with me, alright? What's your name?
My name is Imperial Naval Crew Officer Tomar Rook.
Alright, Imperial Naval Crew Officer Tomar Rook. Now let's say that a high-ranking officer says, Rook, I need you to get in there and get me the information on the attacks on Ryloth right now. Would you stumble over your words and say, sir, I don't have access to that? Or would you figure your way around it? And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm toying with this Galar blaster rifle right in front of him.
You're asking me to slice into an Imperial computer there. They'll have me killed.
Oh, I mean, they'll think I did it, won't they?
Give me another coercion check. Difficulty 4. Wow. This whole thing is taking too much time.
Right, okay.
But he says, I can try. I don't even know how to. He starts hitting buttons. Failure. Failure. I don't.
On the third failure, I would stop him for sure, and I would push him out of the way and tell him to stand in the corner, and I'd take over and try to slice it myself.
Give me a quick discipline check again.
Everything all right? Are we all right, Blue?
I don't respond. 2.
2. One advantage, but no successes. He does as you ask. He moves over to one side. His hands are up. He's kind of hovering around the other terminal on the other side of the room as you take the seat. You see him. His hands are up, and he simply kind of shakes his head, looks kind of fearful. Rhugo. You head down the hallway. You rush around a corner to try and locate where these clones went. There seems to be no sign of them whatsoever. Give me a perception check. Difficulty 2.
I'd like to go to where I heard the blaster shots.
Yes.
What, perception?
Yes, please.
Difficulty 2. Boosts.
No successes, no failures, no threats, no advantages. You turn one corner, you turn another, you head down one corridor, you step back as a troop of clones are at a far end corridor they move past, and then you sneak across, looking about, just trying to find any indication of where the blaster shots came from. You start to get a little bit lost. Moving around this place. Give me a coordination check with a difficulty 2 as well. One failure. You become pretty much entirely lost. You turn down one corridor. We see you turn down one corridor, and the camera pans to another corridor where there are some blaster marks on the wall, and you start moving along the corridor. The furthest end of this corridor, some more clones start moving around.
Where did they go? I don't know. They took out the clones that were in the bay. We've got orders to search everywhere, but where do we even start? Right. You to the aft, you to the fore, you two come with me.
They start heading down the corridor, heading towards you. What are you doing? There's one door next to you that seems to be a door that you can access, but a bit of a gamble, eventually.
I feel like I'm hiding in one of the spire side pillar things, you know, that everyone hides behind. I'm like in there behind. They'll see me, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to stay tucked in here or if I want to go in there. I think I'm going to open the door next to me and then quickly
broom closet.
Peer in. Broom closet. Okay, I go right in.
Yeah. You go in. You hear the clones clatter past.
Right. Maybe they went up. Yes. Okay. I'll head up. You continue on this way. Actually, stand watch here. Right. Roger that. Yes, sir.
That's all you hear. You hear one set of boots of the two walk away. You get the sense that right behind this door is a clone standing watch. Probably with his back to you.
Blue. Blue, this is yellow. Come in, Blue. Oh, you're right. Not now. I'm busy.
I think at this moment I'm waiting an uncomfortable amount of time, longer than I wanted to.
Perfect. Nu-Ada.
Yeah, I think that's what happens.
Yeah,
like
he's
I
just
can't.
stuck in this broom closet.
Stunned as of like, what do I do? Should I kill this guy or what? But yeah.
Nu-Ada.
Yes.
Make me a combat check, just a lightsaber check with 1 difficulty. This is to see how long. Oh no, 2 difficulties. Sorry, because there's only one of you doing it. 2 difficulty.
All right.
This is to see how quickly you're getting through this, breaching through this door.
Okay, and you just want me to roll the lightsaber ability, right? Or the weapon?
Right.
Or do you want me to roll the skill?
The weapon.
Okay. Oh!
Nice. Yeah, you do it quickly.
Okay.
The lightsaber breaching through this thing creates a sort of circular hole as you're just moving this thing around. What it does, rather than just creating a small little hole that you can go through, eventually is it triggers something, a mechanism on the inside, and the door quickly opens up. Inside, there is relative darkness. Banks of weapons in this armory that all seem to be locked down behind coded terminals. Blasters, armor, ordnance, and pieces that look like they're probably part of the actual starship, the shuttle itself. At the center of the room are 2 white glowing eyes. As soon as you open this thing, a KX series droid starts moving towards you, saying,
Unauthorized breach of the area. unauthorized breach of the area.
I should be like losing my shit, but I'm losing my shit. Okay, yes.
I'm so jealous.
Yes.
Yeah, don't you wish you would have stayed? Let's
You
go.
didn't tell me to go.
Yeah, but that was my character. That was my character. But PV is like, suck it, I'm fighting him. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't move. Is this crash?
I love how he definitely set this up for two of us to be able to take it
yeah,
on. So
this
that's
is-
awesome.
this
Yeah,
is
super cool.
rough.
Yep. So happy about that.
Give me some initiative.
Okay. Cool or vigilance?
Vigilance, definitely. It comes stomping towards you suddenly.
Okay.
It will roll
So I
cool.
get, what's the difficulty?
No difficulty, it's just initiative.
Okay, awesome. I have a thing that says +1 bonus, -1 difficulty for all vigilance rolls, so I just was checking.
I'm just a radio click and a navigation roll away. I'm lost.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely go on radio.
It's
Droid
your
here.
turn.
Yeah, and then I will engage.
Unauthorized enemy combatant in the armory.
It starts
yeah, I'm
clanking
gonna-
towards you. And this,
I'm
for
going
listeners,
to-
is one of those droids that is kind of, it's got like a semicircular head with 2 white lights for eyes in it. It has a humanoid body, 2 thin legs, 2 thin arms, and a kind of barrel chest. And it is very strong. and
Absolutely
dangerous.
disgustingly strong and dangerous. Yep. Okay. Yes, I will attack, please.
Okay, you tell me what you're doing. You are not within range.
Oh.
You making one maneuver up
It's
first?
stomping towards me. Yeah, I'll make a maneuver forward, and then I will
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, you go rushing forward and
Yep.
bring out this lightsaber, striking at this thing as it brings up one big arm towards you. It does have under its other arm, it seems to have a weapon, a blaster, but its one big arm comes up as it begins to react to you rushing forward suddenly with a lightsaber in hand, and you are successful in your attack in that you
There is no difficulty.
did you have
Sorry.
no difficulty on there? Oh yeah, you need to add a difficulty, which for you is a 2. Reroll.
Yep.
Sorry, did you say? Okay.
Oh, it was even
Even
better.
better.
Yep.
You hit this thing immediately for 6, 7, 8, 9 damage with breach. Although I don't think it has armor, so let me double check. It does have a defense rating. No, so breach 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, your lightsaber hits the side of this thing and really should have sunk deeper and done way more damage to it, and it kind of looks down at you,
Enemy combatant in armory.
and you deal some damage to him.
I will do
I'm sorry, did you say KX droid?
like, yeah, I can't respond because I'm in combat. I don't think anyway. Hold on 1 second. So I would like to. I'm going to use 3 advantages. When dealing damage to a target, have the attack disable the opponent or one piece of gear rather than dealing wounds or strain. This could include hobbling him temporarily with a shot to the leg or disabling comlink.
Roll me a D2. 1 is the blaster. You you slice through the end of this thing's blaster, and the lightsaber comes to a stop, like partially embedded in this thing's like sort of barrel chest abdomen area as you bring the thing back. The blaster falls from its hand, the end of it falling off and landing. This was an E5 blaster for nerds.
Okay.
because people love that.
I'll use the last advantage to give myself a boost next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Cool. All
That's
right. Its turn. It is gonna try and hit you right back. It has a move called Mechanical Slam. Do you have any bullshit before I roll the dice?
What kind of bullshit are we talking?
Anything. It's got an incoming attack is coming towards you.
I don't think I don't think I have anything unless it actually hits me. Then I can try to do something, I think.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm scrolling through.
2 successes.
Yes. Okay. Yep. I will probably parry, but I don't know how much damage this is.
This is 6 damage.
Assuming it's his fucking arm.
It's a big arm that comes down and just boom.
You know what? Listen, I shouldn't do this, but it's so fucking cool that I want to do it anyway. I am going to go ahead and do the parry because it means I take none of the damage, except I'll take strain for it. But it's so cool. I'm fighting this fucking robot, and then I'm just like, no.
And you deflect some of this with the lightsaber, the arm of this KX droid being hit, and you sort of stumble out of the way of this powerful slam from its arm as it tracks you as you move to one side of it. Its kind of twisted head turns following you, and it is your turn.
Yeah, I am gonna attack again.
Okay. Another success, and you deal 1, 2, 3, so 9 again damage to this thing. With 1 advantage. Again, you just kind of hit it, and you see this kind of red line run across the front of it. It's still following you.
Enemy combatant engaging.
Lifts its arm up.
Okay. What else do I see around me that I can maybe use to help disable this fucking thing, or... Now, normally I would say it would take me forever to look around the room, but I do have, like, keen... hold on.
No.
I have something that's like, you can look around the room very quickly in half the time or whatever.
Yeah. I think everything in here is locked down pretty tight. But make me a perception check at 1 difficulty anyway, just to see if you get any crazy things going.
Okay, so the ability that I have makes that 0 difficulty. Do you want to change that to 2 so I still have 1 difficulty?
No,
or okay,
it'll be a 0. You can still roll nothing on 0s.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Wow, that's exactly what I was looking for, a triumph. What do you want to be here that you can use?
This is so Star Wars, but I want to like bring something down on top of it so that it stops moving.
Yeah, there's so much stuff sitting rigged above the top of the armory here, and it's all like, it looks like starship parts, maybe like parts of turrets and barrels, like huge ones that would sit on those like enormous guns that sit on the wingtips and stuff. Just loads of stuff hanging down above you that you would be able to use to bring down on this thing.
Okay. As much as I would love to take it out with my lightsaber, I don't know if I can. Okay. So it's my turn now, right?
It is, yes.
Okay.
So
the thing that I want to bring down, what would the difficulty be for that? Like, how big is it? And I just need to know silhouettes and stuff to know if it's something I can even try to do. Might be too big for me.
Yeah, the silhouette of this to be able to do enough damage probably has to be 2.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
This thing is huge. There's no way that it's... I have to think about that for a second. What does it say for the silhouette? 2 is... No, that's right, because 1 is a person. So 2 would be bigger than a person. Okay, I was going to suggest that it's 3, but it's not. 2 would be the...
Yeah. Speeder or something like that, yeah.
Okay. So if it's... Oh boy. Let me just read this fucking ability one more time. I'm so sorry. So that would mean that I need to I need 2 light side just to be able to move it, right?
Yes. Or you could just break the cables that are holding it up.
Yes, I will do that. And by break the cables that are holding it up, we are doing that with force, or am I using my fucking lightsaber like a lunatic?
You can shoot it.
How far away are they?
They're going to be up above you. They're going to probably be like, it would be a pretty big armory to hold these things, so they're probably like 25 feet up.
Can I don't care what you make me roll, but can I run up the robot and use my lightsaber? That's so stupid, but I gotta do it. I gotta try it.
Absolutely, but it does increase the difficulty
I
as
don't
much as
care.
I want it to happen. As
I
well.
don't care. I don't care. Give me the difficulty.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, this is going to be... do you have... yeah, okay. So, if we use a move maneuver...
Please use a force die if we have it.
Oh, I will.
I think it's just an unbelievably difficult thing to do, so it's just a 4 difficulty lightsaber attack.
Okay, I'm gonna use the light side for an upgrade.
Buzz in the chat.
Buzz is in the chat, please. Oh, Dax would be so pissed at me, but I don't care. I'm doing it anyway.
Did you use your advantage on the last turn?
I did, and now but it got me another one, right? So I haven't used that advantage yet.
Okay.
The one, the
I was gonna
boost.
say,
Yeah,
you
I've
do
got a
have
boost. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. I can't look, so will you just tell me what happens?
I mean, you do it. What happens? 1, 2, 3, 5 successes and a threat.
That's not the right sound, but I don't care. I don't have the right one. Yes!
This is like when Forest Law in Tekken does one of those it's not a bicycle kick. It's like the kick that's like backwards, but you jump
like roundhouse.
You run up this thing. You see its arm kind of try and follow you, and suddenly your foot pushes its head back as you flip backwards. The lightsaber ignites and just hits these. You hit the ropes that are holding this thing up, and they're like tough ropes with metal reinforcement that are holding these things. The lightsaber cuts through them. You come back down, land, and then a bunch of these pipes will hit this thing.
Shower of sparks.
What is the damage that you're normally when you do that thing? I know what it is in D&D, but I don't know how this works in this like just random damage.
It is. Hold on.
Anything on this sheet that tells me how just falling damage or like things dropping random.
It deals damage equal to 10 times the silhouette.
That's how that works, isn't it? And this is just kind of like, yeah, let's go with, I mean, if it's 10 times the silhouette, that's a significant amount. It's just pure. And the silhouette was 2, so it's 20 damage.
If that's the rule.
Yeah. All of these pipes just fall down. You see the thing kind of look up.
Oh dear.
It is basically a blaster, a giant blaster that's designed to sit on the side of a shuttle or a destroyer or something, falls onto this thing and just crushes it. And there is no noise. It is just crushed. It's underneath. You've basically dropped like a jeep. It's probably bigger than a jeep. A tank on this thing. But you wrecked the room as well. The room just is...
Never mind. Then I'm gonna try to plant the thing that I need to plant. Oh my god, that was so cool!
Let's go back.
Try to stay low. They're built for lifting, and just if you stay low, you'll be able to stay away from its reach. So be very careful.
Rhugo's like talking you through all this stuff while you like.
And I'm like trying to
shuffle
plant the thing.
off your
Yeah.
back. Upstairs in the quarters that belong to the Imperial officer, Dax.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You're trying to hack into this thing yourself, right?
Well, there's a hamster that just made a strange noise, so I squash it.
It's one
on
of
the
those
ground.
little mouse droids, and it beeps and
The
goes
mouse
out.
droid?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't squash the mouse droid. The mouse droids are adorable.
Yeah, it just leaves.
Um,
Yeah, so you need to make me a difficulty 3 computers check to hack
Right.
the level 1 entry here.
Right, so since this is a decoding, right? No?
Sorry. Yeah, probably.
Let me check my
Maybe.
skill again. It is called Code Breaker.
This is
If it's
access.
breaking code or decrypting communications.
This is I don't know if it is code breaking, but I think it is. So we're gonna go with yes.
Okay, so that reduces the difficulty by 1 and gives me a boost. That's okay.
Yeah. Difficulty
Alright,
3
and
computers
then
check. Whatever you're doing.
I still
you-
get the other
yeah.
boost from the little item that we got.
Yep.
Right. So, computers check. Here we go.
One success, one advantage, so you do it pretty quickly. You successfully kind of hack into this thing. The officer next to you is watching you as you successfully break through to the computer itself. You start looking through the files that are on this. It is a load of, there's just so much stuff on here, it's crazy. You're looking through all the different things. Most of it is chaff, boring. Movement of cargo, what's going where, who's in charge of what, which officer, which captain is being moved from which place. You find out that there is an Imperial light cruiser that is currently in orbit of Ryloth. It's called the Minok. And you can tell that the crew that are crewing this shuttle are from that cruiser, and it details their approach. They're going to Lesu, and they're bringing cargo over there. And you find all this stuff, and it's whatever. It's not what you're looking for. You're looking for 2 things, though. What are you looking for first?
I think my initial plan was to look for the thing from the mission first, but
Okay.
I know that we're pressed for time. And if Dax is being really honest with himself, I think that deep down he wants the other information more. I think I should probably roll something, if that's okay, to figure out which one he goes for.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
You tell me. I mean, this is
Discipline?
your roleplay role. It's entirely up to you how you
Okay.
want to approach this.
Alright, I'm gonna just say a discipline with 2 difficulty and see if I can stay on mission here or if I follow my follow what I really want over what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it looks like I stay on mission, so the first thing I'm going after is the information that we're supposed to be getting.
Okay. You find the military operations folders, hard drive, whatever it is, the area of this computer that you're trying to access, and it's behind a 2nd level of security. You are going to be so pleased to find out that the 2nd level of security as you begin hacking is a puzzle that you have to do by yourself. Sorry
Right.
to the live chat. You are silenced because I've DM'd for years now, and they always just immediately tell the answer. As you come to this puzzle here, I'll bring it up on the screen. Now, the writing in the top right there, that's in Orabesh, says that this puzzle doesn't make sense in that this is an Imperial ship or something like that, I wrote. But the puzzle is for you, Orcish, and the equivalent is Dax hacking.
Okay.
Really, hack is you're doing hacking where you're typing really quickly and there's just like matrix code running down the screen and a bunch of different windows open. But Orcish has this puzzle in front of him that I wish I was able to capture better for the stream.
Okay. I move. Can I move Jedi?
You should be able to move each of the things. Because of the way they overlap, you might have to click around a bit, but you can move everything around.
Okay. I tried to move Jedi there, and does anything happen?
I think you get a successful noise.
Okay. I'm gonna put Dark in combat.
Okay. And I've just realized that you have to plug in every word and then I'll tell you whether you get a successful noise. I'll give you Jedi for free.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna
trying
go
to
as
get my computer to work, which
fast as I can. Let's.
For those listening, in front of Dax, or well, in front of Orcish, in front of Dax is what I said. In front of Orcish is a Venn diagram with 3 circles: the Force, Explore, and Combat, with words that are written on the screen: Meditation, Astromech, Death, Act-Dog, Imperial, Spice, Starship, Coruscant, and a bunch of others. And he has to figure out what goes where.
I have to figure out where all of these words go. There's nothing that indicates it's only like a couple.
It's 1 word per segment.
Per segment.
Some of the words are red herrings.
Okay. Yes. Right.
Petrified the stream is about to go down, but if it does, I'm so sorry. I don't think it will, but... Alright, there we go. My god. I was trying to open something. Yes, okay, I'm here now. Between combat and the Force, you've put Sith.
Yes.
What is your reasoning behind that one?
Well, I mean, the Sith know how to use the Force, and they are involved in a lot of combat.
Okay.
Does that say Act-Dog?
That says Act-Dog, yes. Do you know what that is?
It sounds familiar, but I do not.
Alright, that means you get to make me a roll in character, where everything blends, and it would be Xenology, right? Xenology difficulty 1 for you.
Okay. Alright.
1 success, 1 advantage. Yeah, Act-Dogs are these little, they're like little, weird, they look like bugs. Red, scaly, 4 horns, but it's said that they are Force sensitive, and a long time ago Jedi would take them as companions, good companions and good guardians.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna put Act-Dog. I'm gonna put Act-Dog in between the Force and Explore.
Okay. Why?
Well, you just said that they're force sensitive and they're dogs, right? You said?
Yep.
So they're natural explorers. Okay. And you're not giving me indications of whether or not those are correct, right?
That is the correct assumption.
Assessment.
Okay.
Yep.
Assessment.
Okay. Kyber is a being, if I'm correct.
Somewhat alive and sentient, yes.
I'm going to put Kyber on Force. I'm going to put Clone on Combat. And I'm going to put an Astromech in Explore. And I'm going to put... What else is there? That's alive. I guess, well, the Emperor pun. I'm gonna put the Imperial and in between Combat and Explore.
Why?
Well, I think the Empire obviously does a lot of combat, but they also explore. Always looking for new ways to dominate and new places to take over.
Okay. Would you like to lock that in?
Yeah, I'll lock those in.
You'll lock those in?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
One is wrong.
One of them is wrong.
Perception check with 2 difficulty. One success, 1 threat. This is taking you too long, first of all. Second of all, Imperial Naval Crew Officer Tomar Rook has his hands down by his side now, and he makes a very subtle shift to his left behind the desk.
Okay, I react to that immediately. I think I'm getting really frustrated. And I'm frustrated with this. I've got 2 things I need to do, and I haven't even done one of them yet. Time is running out. This little weasel here who serves the Empire is trying to do something next to me. And remember, I'm a 19-year-old kid, and all this anger is bubbling up inside me, and I feel a power in me that I have not felt before. And I look over to him, and there is nothing but rage in my eyes. And I reach out with the Force, and I do something I've never done before. And I want to Force choke him and ask him, what is it that you think you're doing right now?
Yeah, you
So it sounds like PB, yeah.
grab him, and he just begins to lift off of the floor. Make me a coercion check with 1 difficulty, and then make me a force die check, just a plain one.
Yeah.
He passes out.
Right.
He's still choking in the air. Do you keep choking him?
No, I'll let him drop.
Yeah, he hits the ground. He was reaching for an emergency relay button, which is under the desk. You kind of look at where he was, you look down, and you see that there's one under this desk as well. And you can assume that there's one under each desk. But he's passed out right now.
Okay. And then with... So I know that one of these... I go right back to the... I say, well... And I go right back to the... I'm sweating, I'm angry, I'm feeling the pressure right now. And so one of these is wrong.
One is wrong, yes, one word.
Okay. I would like to do some sort of knowledge check to try and figure out which one it is.
Okay. It will be a this will be a computers check.
Okay.
At difficulty 5.
Sacrifice experience for hints.
Or you can sacrifice experience to solve the thing immediately.
Never.
Which I know you'll never do because you're orcish.
Yes. I'm almost Maya.
We'll be here for the next 3 hours if we need to.
Okay.
Twitch.tv/orcish. Almost Meyer.
All of these things are alive. The only other thing that's alive. Nothing on there isn't alive. Well, except for the astromech, maybe. I consider them to be alive because I like mechs. I like droids. But I suppose... okay. Yeah, I'll roll it a difficulty of 5. And do I get any of my boosts?
Yeah, all of your boosts, yeah.
Okay, so it's a difficulty of 4 then. And then I get the 2 boosts.
Okay.
Triumph, but 3 failures.
3
and
failures.
So just a bunch of advantages.
3 advantages and a triumph. The triumph I'll give you the incorrect thing for, if you want.
Okay.
It is the act dog.
It's the act dog. Okay.
The 3 failures are going to be that this is going to take you so long to do that you will probably not have time to do the other thing you want to do. You can still do it, but it's going to take you longer than the time you're supposed to be on the ship.
Right, okay. So, what do we have left here? We have meditation. Everything on here is alive. Except for, I guess, maybe Imperial isn't. Alright, well, if Imperial's on there, then I'm gonna say... The Republic isn't necessarily force sensitive. What else is force sensitive on here? The Emperor? No. Meditation? I'll put meditation there.
Locking it in?
I'll lock it in.
You sure?
Yeah.
Wrong button. This one. Yes. You gain access.
R2-D2 appears.
R2-D2 is behind you.
You leveled up before.
There were many ways I would have accepted different things here, by the way.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, meditation between the Force and Explore. But what actually happens in the thing is that you gain access to the files that you're looking for.
Right.
I'm going to assume you have some sort of data pad that you're taking the information off.
Yeah.
You have a little,
I would assume they gave me something for
USB
that.
key.
Yeah.
You have a USB 3 key.
Yep.
That
it's also a pen.
It is also a pen.
At the end of the pen.
And it can read SD cards. You start taking this information off. A quick glance at it gives you the the info that within the following rotation, a Quasar Fire-class cruiser is to be relocated from the Hela sector and begin orbit of Ryloth. TIE bombers are to be relocated to the Quasar Fire-class cruiser. Bombers are to be fitted and prepared for upcoming bombing runs in preparation for a possible full-scale assault should Ryloth continue to resist Imperial assigned takeover, is essentially the information that you are looking for. So you confirm that you have that. And there is another section on this terminal that will probably give you the information that you were after.
I'll go after that immediately. Yeah.
You will definitely be going over the time limit set. And I'll remind you all, for the sake of the people watching in the show as well, they set a particular time limit that you should be out of this ship by 21:45 local time, because that is when this shuttle is set to enter Lesu airspace, which is where this shuttle will suddenly get a bunch of reinforcements. Yeah. So you need to be in the thing and off the ship and out of here before it enters Lesu airspace, because that is when they're going to have reinforcements, aka the minimum is going to be a bunch of TIE fighters, if not something worse. But so the information you're after is
do it or push it for reinforcements
on this terminal.
I'm gonna roll again because I think there's a chance he might do it. I know that I wouldn't, because I'm an adult who thinks clearly. Okay. But I'm gonna make it a harder difficulty, or a lower difficulty against his discipline. So he'll probably be okay. Oh, he fails. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
All right. Make me another computer's check at difficulty 2, because you're already in.
With my boosts?
With all your boosts and everything, yes.
Right, so that's difficulty 1, and I've got 2 boosts. And we go, and it's a big success with a bunch of advantages, which means it's real quick.
It is quick. But not quick enough. Let's go back to the others as you start hacking in for the other information. Rhugo. There is a decent amount of time that goes past. You get the info that you speak to Nu-Ada as she begins dealing with this droid. Roll me a... you know what? Nothing. What do you do?
I think what I'm going to do is there's a clone right outside the door from where I am, yes?
Almost certainly, yes.
I am going to open the door. And then I'm going to ignite my saber. And then I'm going to, I think, say, as I hover the end of the saber towards the back of the head of this clone troop, I say, take off your helmet.
What?
Take off your helmet.
All right.
Do it.
He hits a button at the back of the helmet, takes the thing off.
I grab it and I just cut it in half with the saber. I need you to lead me to the armory.
You're a Jedi.
And you're going to help me.
Give me a coercion check at difficulty 3. The clone. He's got a chip in his head.
He's got a chip in his head. This is coercion 3. Difficulty 3?
Difficulty 3. One success, one threat. He says, all right, you just follow me, all right? No sudden movements with that thing.
Want to talk. Come on.
He starts to walk, following the hallways. The armory becomes marked, so it does seem like he's actually leading you that way. As he's walking along, he says, "What are you doing on here?"
It's not your business.
Why hit this shuttle?
Your business right now is to stay alive.
There's nothing on this shuttle for you.
It's not for you.
He continues walking, heads around to where the armory
Never mind.
is. Nu-Ada, you are
Yep.
setting this seismic charge. You need to make me a difficulty 2 gunnery check, I think. Unless they added ordnance. There was a thing where they took it out. What was it? Hold on. I should have just written this down earlier on, but I didn't. It is gunnery, yes.
Okay, what's the difficulty?
2.
Did anybody generate boosts?
You've still got 2 light side points, according to me, I think. 2 light side, 3 dark, seeing right now.
Yeah, I'll use the light side to upgrade.
Okay. Two successes. This thing, you set it in the armory. You set the timer or the remote thing, the detonation. You activate the whatever. I don't know anything about bombs, and then it starts bleeping. Deet, 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 deet. Ready to go. You have a remote detonator that you can access any point. You just have to hit the button, and that thing will go boom.
Green is go.
A few moments
Can
later,
I sneak out?
yeah, you start sneaking out, and walking towards you is a clone with his hands up, and Rhugo behind him with the lightsaber ignited.
What are you doing? Why are you here?
Like,
Where's Blue?
I don't know. You alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
Alright?
What have you done? What are you doing in the armory?
I look at Rhugo and then back to this guy.
What's your name?
My name? I am TC48132.
What do they call you?
They call me Thins.
Right, Tins? You know, you're on the wrong side.
The wrong side of what?
All of this. You don't have to die. Fighting. Being a droid to them.
A droid? What are you saying?
He looks over at Nu-Ada.
I gesture towards his lightsaber and then back to the guy, like... He knows. He can't... We have to go.
Right. I extinguish the saber and I follow Nu-Ada.
You leave the clone?
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm so sorry. I will attack the clone.
What do you do?
Dude,
Yep. Sorry?
you have a blaster, don't you?
I do have a blaster. That's very sweet of you to assume that I want to stun this man. But as far as Nu-Ada is concerned, the only people that know there is a Jedi on board is this man. I'm sorry. Not worth it. The question is, do I pull out a lightsaber and try to use that, or do I just force push him against the wall? I think the force push against the wall is a little bit more, for some reason that feels more dark-sidey to me than using the lightsaber. But I don't know if Nu-Ada has the... I don't know if she has the ability to understand. Like, I'd have to make multiple hits using the lightsaber, I think. Whereas force pushing against the wall has the chance to just kill him, right?
You can RP kill this guy.
Oh, okay, then I will do that then. I pull out my lightsaber and I kill him. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you hit this clone. How?
I do not look happy about it, Rhugo, but I
know. It's all right.
Are you slicing him, or are you stabbing him, or are you igniting it through him?
No, God, no. I think I say I'm sorry, and I just do a swing down and, right over the chest.
Yeah, you see him kind of struggle. He hits the back wall, and as he slides down, he says, "You're not gonna get away with this, Jedi. Good soldiers." Oh. He is dead.
We have to go. Come on.
Back up in the officers' quarters, you are hacking through this thing. They have already sort of left that area, moved off from the armory, and are almost already back at the ships, while you're still hacking and searching through this computer. You start finding information on all of these different locations and places. You're looking for a particular location of a particular squadron or battalion or company that is in a place at a particular time, and it is a lot of quick scanning to try and find the hack. Wasn't too difficult once you got past the initial level of security, but actually finding the name and location at a certain time of a platoon or a patrol or whatever you're looking for takes you some time. Do you want me to DM you the info, or do you want me to just tell you? DM it. It takes you a decent amount of time to find this information, and when you do so, you get it, and I think you memorize it rather than download it onto the thing, and I'll just let you will know it. And I assume you stand up from this terminal, you glance down at the passed out officer, and what do you do next?
How late am I?
It is probably 21:45 now. They're entering the airspace.
I'd like to... I think that Dax's mind is sort of... It's sort of all over the place, and he's not thinking super clearly. And I'd like to make another roll to see if he thinks about the fact that that bloke on the ground knows that he is force sensitive or not. If I could just do that roll really fast.
You force choked him, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
Yes,
if
I'm
there's
aware.
a role for that.
No.
as
I'm
in you wanna
saying
know
that
if-
I want to know if I think about it. Because I'm scatterbrained right now.
Oh, well, then, yeah, you can make your... Yeah,
Just a
this is
roleplay
another
check.
one of those roleplay rolls. Yeah, you can make a check to determine that for yourself.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say that he is about to leave, and he looks back at him, and he thinks for a moment, and in his head he's thinking, I can't take him. I can't carry him with me. I can't. Right, and I think he takes his knife out because it's quiet, and he.
Lou, we gotta go.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Just give me a minute.
We don't have a minute.
Oh, so he responds to you, alright.
Take a moment and then kneel down, and I'll cut his throat, I think.
Okay.
And then I immediately get up and leave.
Okay. Make me. Let's see how quickly you can move. What is a movement roll for you?
Can we do coordination?
Yeah, an agility-based one. That makes sense, I think.
The best nation.
Best nation coordination. Coordination, right.
That's
okay.
right.
Coordination. Okay.
Yeah.
Rebranding.
Make me a coordination check, and I'm going to use a dark side point for a pun being used in my presence.
Thanks a lot, Cord. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is, now you were at the front of the ship and you're getting all the way to the back of the ship, so 3.
All right.
Wow, 3 successes and a bunch of threats. And a triumph. The triumph is that you do not encounter anything as you run through. The successes is that you do it in like record time, even though it is still record time, even though it is still past the point that you need to be off this thing. And the threats is that you have a bad feeling about this next thing that is going to happen. The other two, when you get back to the shuttles, you actually find that there are 2 more clones that are passed out by the shuttles. You see the R4 droids, and they inform you that they have dealt with the threat in the landing bay. The 3 ships are there, but there is no Dax.
Lou, we gotta go.
I'm on my way. R4, start up the ship.
Okay. You heard him. Let's go.
You getting in the ships?
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting him up, getting ready. How far along on the timeline are we? Like, now is the leave point?
21:45.
Yeah,
21:45.
pretty much leave point.
You are entering Lesu airspace.
21:45 is when I'm supposed to detonate the charge and when we're supposed to take off, right? Just confirming that.
Detonating the thing is really
Important.
when you're off the ship.
Yeah. Okay,
It's just that
because
you're supposed to be off the ship now.
so question, when we blow up when I detonate, am I blowing up this ship? We're blowing up the ship, right?
You are minimum taking out everything in that armory.
That's what
you
I thought.
are,
Yeah.
hopefully, according to Hog, taking out the entire ship.
That's what I was asking. According to Hog, we're taking out the entire ship, which is why Nu-Ada was like, why are we? We're going
Right.
to kill them in a minute anyway.
If he really wanted to take out the ship, he would have gone for a different area of the ship, though, that would take it down.
Do I know that? I don't think I do,
mean,
because
you
all he
guys-
said was we want to take out the ship.
Yeah, but you guys also spent a bunch of hours with him. So,
Yeah, okay.
his main thing was he wanted this information. That was primary. Secondary was taking out what's in the armory. He doesn't want them armed.
Okay.
He doesn't want to keep arming more Imperials in Lesu.
Yeah.
And if he seems like the type that is absolutely happy for this ship to crash should this rip the ship apart.
Okay.
Yeah,
If it doesn't,
oopsie.
he's
Yeah.
quite happy with just simply messing
At
with
the very
supply
least,
line.
getting rid of the supply.
I think I still would have made the same decision. So yeah, okay. All right. Then yeah, I will boot up and I'm getting off the ship.
Yeah, you're not waiting.
I am.
Well, he's got his own ship, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it.
Depends on how long it takes me to boot up the ship. Like, I'm waiting for him to turn the corner any second now, but there's gonna come a time when we gotta go, and if he's not there,
Okay.
I don't know what I'll do.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the time has come and passed. It's now 21:46. You are well within the airspace for reinforcements.
Fucking.
You have to go.
We have to go, Dax. What's going on?
Dax is still rushing. He's in a hallway somewhere.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Midship.
You can go without me if you need to.
No, we can't.
If we need to, the time has come and gone.
Do what you have to do.
What we have to do is wait for you.
Well, we're in the airspace now. It doesn't matter. It's too late.
Waiting for Dax?
Yeah.
Okay. Another minute goes by.
we're already in the airspace. Then yes.
Another minute goes by. Dax, you enter the hangar, or the area that is being used as a hangar. Rush over to your ship.
Yep.
Get in.
Yep. Get on immediately.
Take off.
Mm-hmm.
The three ships lift up, and we see them exit the back of this this shuttle through the ruined back that you'd exploded previously. What? How long before you detonate?
As soon as we're off the ship, I detonate.
Okay. You do so, and for these three interceptors leave out the back of this thing. There's a moment we see Nu-Ada hit that button, and there from the center of this ship, this enormous ring of blue light rips through this ship, tears it completely in two. Two bits of this ship flaming leave the atmosphere or leave the air, and the back falls, the front falls, the wings, one of them tears off, flies out, and your three ships head back towards Creedon, but not before TIE fighters give chase. Unfortunately for you, because you did this within the not within the time, these are TIE interceptors that are coming after you, and they suck. And we'll see what they are next week. Thank you for watching.